In 1940, a brand new suspension bridge in Washington tore itself apart in the wind. It didn't snap. It twisted, slowly at first, then harder and harder until the deck broke up and fell into the water below. Ask why, and you'll usually get one word: resonance. The wind supposedly found the bridge's magic frequency, and the bridge sang along until it shook apart. It's a tidy story. It's in textbooks, in lectures, probably in one you sat through. And it's wrong. What actually happened is stranger, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. Start with the story everyone knows. Wind pills little swirls, vortices, off the deck, one after another, at a steady beat. If that beat lines up with the frequency the bridge likes to move at, every push arrives at just the right instant, like timing your shubs to a kid on a swing, and the swing climbs higher each time. Push the bridge the same way, the story goes, and it climbs until it breaks. It's a clean picture, and it's intuitive. The trouble is, it doesn't survive the numbers. Resonance has one hard requirement. The pushing and the moving have to happen at the same rate. Here, they don't even come close. The vortices came off the deck at roughly 1 a second. The slow twisting that actually destroyed the bridge ran near 1 beat every 5 seconds, about 5 times slower. In musical terms, more than 2 octaves apart. Watch the fast pushes against the slow twist. They drift in and out of step, never locking on. You can't resonantly drive a slow motion with a fast push any more than you can help a swing by shoving it 5 times a stroke. So scratch resonance. If nothing outside was pumping the bridge at its own rhythm, where did the energy come from? It came from the bridge itself. The name for what happened is flutter. Watch one deck. As it twists, it tilts into the oncoming wind, and that changes how the air pushes on it. At low wind speed, the air pushes back against the twist, draining energy out like a hand slowing a swing. Give it a nudge, and the nudge just fades away. Now turn the wind up. That aerodynamic push gets stronger, and at some speed, it crosses a line and changes sign. Instead of fighting the twist, the wind starts feeding it. On the gauge, the effective damping has gone negative. And once it's negative, every swing comes back bigger than the last. Same bridge, same model. Turn only the wind speed up, and a wobble that died now runs away. The bridge is exciting itself. One more way to see it, the one that finally made it click for me. In resonance, the timekeeper sits outside the system, an external clock ticking away, and you just hope the bridge happens to agree. In flutter, there is no outside clock. The bridge's own twisting keeps time, and the wind, reacting half a beat behind, does a tiny bit of positive work on every cycle. Add up those tiny pushes, and you get a steady leak of energy out of the wind and into one single motion of the structure. The bridge isn't being played at its frequency, it's playing itself at its own frequency, with the wind as the power supply. That's why a plain, steady wind, nothing a single gust could match, was enough to bring down a bridge. So how do you stop a bridge from feeding itself? You go after the same loop. The first move is the deck shape. The original deck was a shallow, solid plate, a flat wall for the wind to grab and twist. When they rebuilt the crossing, they used a deep, open truss instead, with gaps the air slips through, so the wind has far less grip on the twist. Modern longspans go further and shape the deck like a streamlined wing, so as it tilts, the air barely reacts. A stiffer, better damped deck is the second line of defense, and damping is the one you can watch. Here's the same deck in the same strong wind. On its own, the twist runs away. Now hang a heavy tuned mass underneath, free to swing. As the deck twists one way, the mass lags and pulls the other, draining energy faster than the wind feeds it in. The runaway twist settles, and the bridge rides out the wind it could not survive before. But here's the part I find telling. Before a big bridge is ever built, a scale model of its deck goes into a wind tunnel, and engineers hunt for the speed where it starts to flutter. The failure that blindsided everyone in 1940 is now something we deliberately go looking for. That's all for this video.